Welcome to part 2 of Chapter 8, Designing Classes. Here we're going to talk about static variables and methods. A static variable belongs to the class, not to any object of the class. It's like a feature of the cookie cutter, not the cookie. To assign bank account numbers sequentially, we would have a single last value of last assigned number of the property of the class. So we declare it using the static reserved word. And here, for example, and every time we create a new object instance, we increment last assigned number, and then we can use it anywhere within the class. Every bank account has its own balance and account number objects, but they have a single copy of last assigned number to share between all of them. It's stored in a separate location outside of any bank account objects. It's associated with the bank account class. Static variables should always be declared as private, and methods of other classes should not change them. Static constants may be either private or public. Methods from any class can refer to the constants as bank account.overdraft fee. So, college fund, as an example, each bank account has its own account number instance variable. Mom saving also has its own account number. And Harry's checking has its own account number, but there's a single last assigned number for all these guys, and it gets incremented each time. Sometimes the class defines methods that are not invoked on an object called a static method. This means they can't see non-static data. Square root of math class, for example, is a good example. If x is a number, then call x.square root is not legal because it's a static member, so you have to call it on the actual class. No object is constructed, it just uses the math. It's kind of like a global method in other languages like C++. You can define your own static methods by prefacing them with the word static. However, when you use it, you have to call it using the class name, and you can only use static variables inside there. Main, for example, is something that's always static. You really shouldn't use a lot of static methods and variables because they tend to cause problems when you deal with concurrency. So is this a good idea? Harry decides to tell you he's found a great way to avoid all those objects. Put all code into a single class and declare all methods and variables static. Then main can call all the other static methods, and all of them can access the static variables. Will this work? Yes, it'll work. You can do that. Should you? Absolutely not. You're going to get more and more complex, and there's no reason to use a language like Java for that. So now moving on to packages. A package is a set of related classes. Important packages in Java library include java.lang, language support utilities, java.util, java.io, print stream, import and out, java.net for networking, all sorts of fun stuff like that. omg.w3c.dom is a package that's outside of Java's libraries, but they could be custom. We can build our own classes. Related classes are grouped into packages. To put classes in a package, you must place a line. Package name is the first instruction in the source file. Package name consists of one or more identifiers separated by periods, usually relating to your organization and the project you're working on. So to put the financial class into a package named com.horseman.bigjava, the financial Java class must start as follows. Package, com, horseman, bigjava, and we're going to make it public. The class is public. A special package, the default package, has no name. Most of the time in our examples, which we tend to work in, if you do not include any package statement at the top of your source, then you are working in the default package. Importing a package. You can use a class without importing by referring it to its full name, java.util.scanner. However, that's clunky and inconvenient, so you can use import to make it much shorter. Import java util scanner. Now you can reference the class as scanner without all this other crap. You can import all the classes in the package by using the asterisk. Java.lang is built in. You don't need to import it, and you don't need to import other classes in that same package. There are times when you want to use a package name to avoid clashes. For example, java.util has a timer, as does swing. So you might want to use it explicitly to say which timer you're using. Package names should be unique. To get a package name, we often turn the domain name around. www.microsoft.com would become com.microsoft. Or you can use your email address backwards. It's up to you. So package specification has the following syntax: package and the package name. A good choice is the domain name in reverse. The path of a package of a class file must match its package name. The parts of the name between periods represent successfully nested directories. The base directory holds your program files. Place the subdirectory inside the base directory. If your homework assignment is in a directory, home, Brittany, homework 8, problem 1, paste the CAS files for core.com.horseman.big.java package into the directory home, Brittany, homework 8, problem 1, /com, horseman.big.java, where this first part is the base class. Or on Windows, you'd use it like this. Here's a good example of this directory, and remember that packages are a very powerful feature to obtain cohesiveness around your